want to judge a man for having his type. You know, he's doing his thing, but like, this is a problem. I can't get on board saying that he's fully normal.
Zion, are you kidding me? We got the BBL final boss, Zion. You worry about the wrong basketballs, game. Like, bro, these aren't even basketballs at this point. These freaking exercise balls. I say, what's good, YouTube? I say, what's good, YouTube? I say, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy 3 Stacks. Say, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy 3 Stacks. What's good, YouTube? It's time to react. And today we have a video titled Zion Williamson Needs to Be Stopped. I ain't gonna lie, Zion a freak. If you know anything about Zion, he got freaky on-court antics when he be dunking, and he got freaky off-the-court antics, if you know what I mean. But without further ado, let's get right into it.
The table. Gravity-breaking athlete with the all-around skill to be one of the league's best superstars. An unprecedented mix of power, explosion, and quickness. Truly one of the best draft prospects to come through the process in NBA history. Fast food and BBL obsessed. OnlyFans Coomer with a 50-inch vertical. Now, out of those 4 scouting reports from highly respected NBA insiders, it's fair to say that Hef Sharanya had the most accurate take. Because while draft experts were enamored by Zion's athleticism, his rebounding, his stardom on the court, they simply failed to evaluate how much of a loser this guy is. And I believe it's a scouting malpractice, because this guy has been dropping breadcrumbs ever since his college days.
Hello, beautiful.
Why are you so handsome?
Why are you so beautiful?
I'm not. Oh my god, stop.
I almost hung up. You stop saying that. You're beautiful.
Hey, look, I get it.
Gang, you too big, too black, too athletic to be I was like, bro, you sound like, gang, watch out.
You know, you're willing to oversee some of these issues when, you know, he's doing stuff like this on the court. This is unprecedented athleticism, God-given ability. This is probably the best athleticism we've seen since LeBron James. This guy had one of the best high school mixtapes I've ever seen in my life, all right? Generational talent and athleticism. He probably could have went straight to the NBA out of high school. But going to college at Duke for a year gave us a more well-rounded scouting report on this guy, more of a full picture. Because after his Blue Devils played the UNC Tar Heels, one of the most heated rivalries in basketball, Zion was caught texting a student, "I have a big room, come sleep with me." You know what, man? I think this guy should have just skipped college. Like, I don't think he ever should have went. One of the rare instances where if he skipped college, he probably would have been a better man, a better role model. When he makes the NBA and he wants to win.
Better. I want to win. Simple as that.
But in his rookie year, he could only play in 24 games because of injury, all right? Oh my God. That is just absolute... Ooh, that is nasty, man. But nobody really cared that he couldn't play. It was his rookie year, you know, it's COVID. He had knee injuries coming into it, and ankle injuries. You know, these are all parts of the body that have a lot of stress if you're jumping that high. So then we fast forward to his second year, and he improves. All right, he plays 62 games out of a 72-game shortened season. He makes the all-star team. You know, this guy, he's starting to take a leap. But yet again, more breadcrumbs start falling out of this guy's ass. He gets exposed on Snapchat again, all right? Do you still want to link? I don't know what's up with this guy in Snapchat, but as this guy keeps...
I mean, like, hold on. Is it really weird? Like, I don't think he's doing anything wrong. It's just like, you're Zion Williamson. Like, you can't be corny, gang. Like, you can't be the shooter of shots, gang. You got to be the goal. Like, the shots have to be shot at you, gang. You're the prize at this point, bro. You're Zion Williamson. Bro, stop acting like you're that little high school little dweeb. Come on, gang.
Leading us on this slippery, lubed-up trail, a different issue starts affecting his on-the-court play.
Pelicans have repeatedly stressed to Zion Williamson that his diet and conditioning need to improve, but the former #1 pick doesn't listen.
The real roots, the stem of the injuries start coming to surface, all right? Because Zion, after spending time in New Orleans, stuffing himself with gumbo and crawfish, got up to 330 pounds. Obesity. For reference, Yao Ming, my dad, was 310 pounds. and he was 7'6". Zion Williamson is 6'6". He is a whole foot shorter than Yao Ming, yet he weighs 20 pounds more.
He still got a 40.
What is it? What? He breaks his right foot. He doesn't play a single game in his entire third season, probably because of all that force landing on his right foot every time he walks. Bone was probably screaming for his life, all right? And he's single-handedly ruining the Pelicans' rebuild. Coaches are getting fired. Players are getting traded, all because you're the franchise centerpiece. You're the one that they're building around. You can't stop delivering Uber Eats to your doorstep. But around this time, I would argue Stephen A. Smith reached his second prime.
I'm quoting people. You got chefs in New Orleans who love him. They're looking for him. Everybody, every chef there wants to meet him because they know he'll show up to their restaurant. The word out on Zion Williamson is that he'll eat the table. He'll eat the table. What in the hell is going on with Zion Williamson?
LeBron James had dropped 30 in 3 quarters and had completely dominated and looked in peak physical condition and looked like an absolute stud and superstar and marquee. Zion Williamson, who's more than 15 years younger, but 40 pounds heavier, went to the free throw line. I saw a belly. A belly. Like when he took a deep breath, his belly bounced. That kind of belly. I mean, dang.
This is my favorite one.
You got people in the NBA that says he was hiding food under his bed.
Yo, why is Stephen A. Smith frying him like this? Like, yo, like, I ain't gonna lie, gang. Stephen A. be cooking, gang. Like, if you got beef with Stephen A. gang, and you got a roast with Stephen A. gang, you might as well just hang it up, bro. Because he got the whole repertoire.
Because the Pelicans obviously had people checking up on him to make sure he tried to.
Nice clip for him. Someone's writing this for him, man.
Nah,
There's
no-
no way
I'm
people in
saying.
the NBA told you that. But after all that, the Pelicans still decide to give him $231 million. They still gave him the max, all right? If he made the All-NBA team or wins MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, it would have triggered the super max. That brings it up to $231 million, all right? But Pelicans weren't getting fooled because there were also things in his contract that lowered his pay if he went over 295 pounds, all right?
gosh.
First of all, if the limit, like the line is set at 295 pounds for a 6'6'4", this guy must have been eating the entire city. So now it's
Bro, I don't think y'all understand how heavy that is. Like, bro, you're 300 pounds is 6'6". Gang, I'm about 6'4". I'm about 6'3", 6'4". And I'm about like 230. About 230, 225. So you're telling me 6'6" and you're 295, gang? Jesus.
2023. It's Zion's 4th year in the NBA, and he's still dropping breadcrumbs.
You guys say the cities and spots.
Miami and LA. Toronto, New York, Dallas.
Why Dallas? It's like what?
Why Dallas?
Why Dallas, bro? Why Dallas, bro?
Dallas is amazing. I don't care what nobody tell you. Dallas is amazing. I don't want to be there, but Dallas is amazing.
Or maybe it's because the food in Dallas is amazing. You know, maybe B.I. is just, you're just teasing him about the food, you know? But as the injuries start to pile up over the years, I start to realize that this might not just be a food issue.
My baby, you're gonna see this at some point. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know nothing else in this world. I know that mommy and daddy love you.
In the middle of 2023, Zion becomes a family man, all right? Look at clap it up for Zion, man. He's turned the corner. He's making a big change in his life. You know, it's a baby shower. It's a big celebration. It's a sign of maturity. Everybody's proud. Everybody's happy for Zion, man. Good character development. But then out of nowhere, an adult star by the name of Mariah Mills starts flaming Zion on Twitter. Now, I can't go through every single tweet. All right, I'd be here all day, but here are some of the highlights. First, she reveals that Zion was sending her $107,000 a month instead of a chef. Once again on Snapchat, yet again, when you move, how much do you expect me to pay you a month? But I'm super excited. Well, I'm super excited. How much money do you want out of me?
I ain't gonna lie. It says Zion saved your video, the camera roll. She for sure sent a video of her clapping the teaks. I'm just saying. But I mean, gang, you can see that joint on Google if you really wanted to, gang. So, that's Zion. That's the face that you should have made when she asked you, did you want to do that? Because, gang, Yeah.
God, I hate this guy. Love you in these jeans, and I'm gonna FaceTime you in a little bit so we can talk about you moving. All right, so it sounds like he moved her to New Orleans. You effed up spitting in my... Okay, so see, you see, this is the... There's a lot of allegations being made by this woman towards him right after he announces he has a kid. And while I can't take 100% of what this woman is saying for truth, I'm not gonna blindly put my faith into her, but I can assume that at least some of it has to be true. Because leaked text messages between the two has Zion saying, "Why are you posting this all on social media? Delete that stuff." Eventually, after a couple of days, her Twitter gets suspended after she threatened Zion to release some of the tapes of, you know, Zion's hammer. Zion is no longer her king anymore, all right? But this further just ruined the PR of Zion. And look, I don't want to judge a man for having his type, you know, he's doing his thing, but like, this is a problem. I can't get on board saying that he's fully normal.
Zion, are you kidding me? We got the BBL final boss, Zion. You worried about the wrong basketballs, game. Like, bro, these aren't even basketballs at this point. These freaking exercise balls. Zion.
Like, this is a sickness. This is illness. And I can respect a man with his own type. You know, he's clearly got his own preferred taste in woman. There's no problem with that. But like, dog, come on, man.
Gang, the legs don't even match.
Come on, man. But after these tweets come out, he actually plays the most games in a season in his entire career. So you can actually make the argument that this isn't affecting his on-the-court status. None of this actually matters if you're on that side, all right? I don't know why you would be, but if you are, but to support your case, we move to present time, all right? We move to this season, and Zion is in the best shape of his career. He looks skinny, all right? Reportedly dropping to 264 pounds. Getting Ozempic allegations, all right? That's a good thing for him. If he actually lost his weight naturally, change is being made in his life. But he's still wiring money to OF models, man. Here he is, he's trying to set up the fireplace, you know, he's being a gentleman with the...
Hey, man, bro, Zion just a trick, gang. He just a trick, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't hate. You can't hate. You know what I'm saying? He got the money, gang. He can spend the game. You know what I'm saying? What's a couple thousand to $1 million? You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Zion, hey, it's your money, gang. It's your money. But OF models, gang, like in the BBLs, like, you couldn't find you that one. Like, come on, like you settling, bro. With 2,000, bro, you better get your pick of the litter. Gang.
BBL merchant's getting his dirty laundry aired, all right? He's getting his location exposed. This chick has $600 in her account. And if you still don't think it's affecting his play on the court, like, this is a PR disaster. It's almost impossible to look at this guy in the same way, you know? He used to be, like, the superhero, supposed to take over the league, getting the torch from LeBron, was seen as the guy, you know? And now he's seen as a wear my hug type of guy. This told me everything I needed to know about Zion and his decision-making. Like, you see what I'm saying, man? This guy's even ruining PR for anime fans, all right? I know he's watching hentai, all right? I can't prove it, but I know it. But look, can you make an argument that this guy has an off-the-court problem? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, that's his personal life, all right? Do I see a problem with him wiring all this money to all these girls? Sure. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell him what to do with his paycheck. I don't make $200 million. I don't know what it's like to be famous since I was in high school. But the out-of-shape stuff drives me nuts. You have access to the greatest nutritionists, the greatest physicianists, the best chefs, the best sleep, the best rest, the best hospitality. You're in the top 0.001% of rich, and you somehow are arguing dieting is hard. You're getting paid $200. And also, it's like, if I'm a Pelicans fan, why should I care? Why should I even watch the games? Your franchise player is wasting his money on Gumbo and OnlyFans. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't really care about winning or rebuilding. He just doesn't care, all right? And I don't want to hear any more comparisons to LeBron with this guy ever again. First of all, every time they've played each other in the NBA, LeBron's just busting this guy's ass. But one guy took care of his body, maintained elite level of play, didn't mess with the athleticism that he was given to him by the Lord. He was given millions of dollars. He was given the same spotlight in high school. He's given the #1 overall pick, Nike endorsements. He didn't squander that. But who cares? It's his personal life. He's making millions of dollars and I'm making videos in my kitchen on the guy making millions of dollars. Who cares about my opinion?
Smart founders know something.
But I ain't gonna lie, gang. Zion, at the end of the day, you gonna be a freak if you want to be a freak. And like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. It's just, I'll just be putting my input because you're tripping. But at the end of the day, bro, if you want to be a freak, let him be a freak. But it's your boy 3 Stacks. You know I keep it 3,000. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching to the end of the video. I love y'all. God bless you. And on to the next one. Peace.
I got big packs coming on the way. I got big stacks coming out to save. I got Lil Max with me, he the way. It's a big gap between us in the game. In the next life, I'm trying to stay paid. When I die, put my money